Hello friends, myself Dr. Nandakumar Rauvale from College of Engineering Ambazogai going to deal with intellectual property rights. This is our 16th lecture. So in previous lecture we have discussed about patentable invention, the inventions which are capable of registering as a patent or patentable inventions. And second, we studied about non-patentable invention. And then we studied invention relating to atomic energy which cannot be registered. Even if it is an invention, it is not a patentable invention. Then today we will be discussing the procedure for acquisition of a patent, how a patent is to be registered, how to acquire the patent. The detailed procedure we will be discussing in today's lecture. Procedure for acquisition of patent. According to section 6 to 11, Patent Act 1970 deals with procedure for obtaining patent to exploit invention for 20 years. If anyone has invented a new thing, he wants to protect his invention, then it can be protected under Patent Act 1970, and that is governed by the section 6 to 11. Patent granted is protected for 20 years. So in case of copyright, the copyright subsists as soon as the author writes the literature or creates the work. But in case of an invention, it is not like copyright that on invention itself, it does not get protection automatically. So in case of invention, the inventor has to get patent granted and it does not happen automatically. Therefore, the patent registration plays very important role or acquisition of patent plays important role. It is not similar to the copyright as if it automatically subsists. In case of invention, it does not subsist automatically. It has to be granted by the patent office or patent procedure, and for that applicant has to submit the application for the invention. Now this procedure for acquisition of patent involves four steps. Very first step is submission of application for patent. The second one is publication and examination of application. So application is submitted, then that application is published and the application is examined by the experts, and then afterwards the opposition proceedings to grant of patent are resolved. If any opposition comes for the registration of patent, then that has to be resolved by hearing both the parties. Fourth step is granting of patent. At the end, patent is granted. Now, filing of application is one of the step which is very first prime step of patent granting of patent, in which who can file the application for patent according to section 6. So the person who is eligible to file patent, that will very first any person claiming to be first inventor, that means if a person is claiming that I am the first inventor, then such person can file the application for his invention. Then a person who is assignee of inventors, so inventor can assign this work to somebody else, or he can grant permission to a X person or a third party, and that third party will become assignee, and that assignee has got right to register the invention. And legal representatives of deceased owner. So if the inventor has died, expired before registration, and legal representatives have the rights to register the patent or can file the application for his invention. Then in case of invention is made by employee, if some employee is working in some of the organization and that employee, if the employee makes some kind of invention, then that invention can be applied for registration of patent through employer or by employee. Any one of them can, either of them can apply for patent. So if invention is made by employee, in that case employee may file application or employer may file application. So according to Section 7 of Patent Act 1970, the application shall be made in prescribed form 2, which is prescribed by patent law or patent rules, and that is to be submitted as an application for patent. So the application which is to be submitted for patent should be single application for single invention. If there are multiple inventions, then applicant has to submit the applications in multiples. So for each invention, application to be submitted separately, not in combined way. So the applications have to be submitted separately for separate inventions. Applicant must state his possession of invention and he is true owner. So at the time of submitting application, the applicant has to clarify that whether he is the owner or whether he is the assignee of that invention. So applicant must clearly specify his position of invention, as well as if assignee is the applicant, he must submit proof having a right to apply. So if he is assignee, then he must get a authenticated from the inventor or a letter of authority for applying for uh, the invention to patent. Then applicant is Indian citizen. The application may accompany with provisional or complete specification. So when application is to be submitted for patent, and if the applicant is Indian citizen, then it is binding for the applicant to submit provisional or complete specification. So initially provisional specifications submitted and then complete specifications are submitted. So what these specifications are, we will discuss in detail after. International patent application. If the person or inventor wants to get protection for his invention at the international level, then the inventor has to submit the application under Patent Cooperation Treaty (PCT) at the headquarters, which is in Washington, established in 1970 for patent in any member country. So if he wants to protect his invention in any member country, then the inventor has to submit application at the international level, and that to be submitted in headquarters, Washington, under the Patent Cooperation Treaty. Withdrawal of application. So if the inventor wants to withdraw his application for patent, he can withdraw it at any time before the grant of patent. If once patent is granted, then he cannot withdraw his application for patent. So before or prior to grant of patent, the applicant can withdraw his application for patent. Then filing of provisional or complete specification according to section 9 of the act. So provisional or complete specification, where applicant has submitted provisional specification at the time of filling of application. So filing of application, when applicant is going to file application, at that time he has to submit at least provisional specifications, and then afterwards the complete specification must be filed within 12 months from the time of application. So it is provisional specification has to be submitted by applicant at the time of filing the application, but the complete specification must be filed within 12 months from the time of application. Once you submit the application, after that within 12 months, the applicant or inventor has to submit the complete specification. So if applicant fails to file complete specification within 12 months, the application shall be abandoned. That means application will be rejected. Application shall be rejected by the authority. Now, what is complete specification or specification? Then we will discuss. Now, what is specification according to section number 10? So, specification is nothing but a technical details or technical explanation of invention. So patent specification is technical document describing invention in which the invention is described clearly from scratch to end. So purpose of specification is to make it available to public at the expiry of term. So when your patent duration or term expires after 20 years, that patent will be open to public or it will be in public domain, and at that time the invention has to be made open so that public can utilize it, can exploit it for their benefit. So at that time it is necessary to give it to public. So therefore the clear detailed information must be submitted to the patent office. So section 10 of the act provides list of content of specification, what the specifications must contain. So very first, subject to which invention is related. Very first, the information about subject matter to which invention is related. And second one is a full description of invention. The full description of invention, its operation, use, and method of performance. So for example, you have invented some product. So how to manufacture that product, how to maintain its quality, what kind of operations are used, and what for that invention is useful, and methods, how which methods you have used to produce that product, that is to be clearly specified into the invention. That means one if reads those detailed information can be able to reproduce the invention made by the inventor. So it must be so clear that any person with basic skills in that field can reproduce the invention without help of inventor. So disclosure of best method of performance of invention. So one more thing inventor has to disclose, that there may be certain methods to produce that product or final product. So inventor has to clearly specify which method yields or results to best performance of that invention. So it has to be clearly specified. Then claim and scope of invention. So one more thing, inventor has to define is what is his claim, what he wants to claim under this patent, and scope of invention. So what is the subject matter and to which extent this invention is going to cover. So invention, the scope of invention means what is included, what are the things that are included in this invention has to be clearly mentioned in the what you call as a specification. Then publication and examination of application is the second step. So in this, publication means the application for patent shall not be open to public for 18 months from date of application. So once the applicant or inventor submits the application for patent, so the patent shall not be open or publicly available for first 18 months to protect its secrecy before granting the registration. Then after 16 months, on expiry of 18 months, application shall be published within 1 month from expiry of 18th month period. So after 18 months, so the board or patent office has to publish this application. Then after that, the applicant can also request for publication of application. So after 18 months, if the office is not going to publish, then the applicant can request to the office for publication of his application. Examination of application. It shall be made only on request of applicant. If applicant requests for the examination, early examination, after completion of 18 months, then the office may go for examination. The application for examination of application shall be made within 36 months from the date of filing provisional specification. So once the applicant files the application along with the provisional specification, within 36 months, applicant has to submit request application for examination of his application. The examination of application shall be made within 48 months from date of filing of provisional specification. So application for examination of application shall be submitted within 36 months, and the examination of application must be completed within 48 months. That means 36 to 48 months. Within 36 to 48 months, so this application has to be examined. Once a receipt of request for examination, the controller shall be application to examiner. The controller has to issue the application to the examiner for examination purpose. Once the request is raised by the applicant, then controller shall forward this application to the examiner for examination of an examination to grant patent. So there are oppositions. There may be oppositions for the patent. Some people may oppose for registration of that invention for patent. So there are two kinds of oppositions. Pre-grant opposition. Once the application is filed before grant of patent, so anyone can oppose for the registration or grant of patent. So here, this is a pre-grant opposition. Any person can raise objection. The grant patent before grant of patent during the period starting from date of application to grant of patent. So the day on which inventor applies for patent, from that day up to the day of grant of patent, anyone can file the application. That application is known as pre-grant opposition. Then second one is post-grant opposition. Once the grant is given to the patent, then within 12 months, within 1 year, anyone can give the opposition for patent, grant of patent, and that application or notice has to be given to the controller of patent in writing. Any person can raise objection by written notice to controller of patent after the grant of patent but before the expiry of 1 year from the date of grant. So once the patent is granted, from that day onwards, within 1 year, any person can raise objection, but that objection has to be raised with a notice in writing to the controller of patent. And grounds for opposition. On which grounds the person can oppose for registration of or grant of patent? Applicant has wrongly obtained the invention. If applicant or inventor has wrongly obtained the invention, then any other person can oppose him. Say for example, inventor is somebody else and applicant is someone, and if the applicant is requested to register the invention made by some other person, and that invention is obtained by the inventor, original inventor, and some third person without any authority wants to register that invention, then inventor can take the stand of opposition. Then second one is the invention claimed is previously published. Already published invention, if anyone wants to get patent over it, then such patent can be opposed. The invention claimed is publicly known and used in India. If the invention which is already known, so for example, we know bullock cart from many more years, and if someone wants to say that this is the invention made by him, and he wants to get granted patent over the bullock cart, so, which is well known, publicly known, and it is used from many years in India. For that, the patent cannot be registered, and any other person can make the opposition for registration of patent over the bullock cart. Invention claimed is obvious invention and does not involve inventive steps. So invention claimed. So somebody is going to claim that he has invented something, and if it is obvious, that means it is known to everyone, publicly known, or it is in use by the public from many years. Then such invention does not involve any inventive step. It is not a novel invention. Then anyone can oppose to grant of patent for such invention. The invention is non-patentable in India. If invention is made over the atomic energy sector and which is not patentable, Maybe a new thing, novelty may be there, invention may be there, but it is not registrable or not patentable in India. So if anyone wants to get granted patent over such invention, then one person can oppose for grant of patent. The description and method of performance of invention is not clear. So if the inventor is going to submit specification, complete specification, and that complete specification does not contain clear information sufficiently described in complete specification, then anyone can oppose for registration of patent. So the person who is going to apply for patent has to submit clear information about his invention. Opposition board. On receipt of the notice or objection by any person against the registration of patent or grant of patent, the controller shall constitute opposition board. So he has to form the committee by name of opposition board. So these persons or members of opposition board may be selected by controller and from his office. So it shall consist of officers as appointed by controller and his office. Then the board shall, after giving opportunity of hearing, so they must apply the principle of natural justice and must hear both the parties, that is patentee and a person opposing for the grant of patent. And then after hearing both the parties, the board shall submit the clear report to the office of controller. The office of controller has to take decision whether to register the patent or whether to grant the patent or to reject the patent. So where the opposition is upheld, application shall be abandoned. So if the opposition is clear and if the board suggests that the invention is not registrable, then the application shall be rejected. And if board is of opinion that the opposition is not valid, then the application shall be forwarded for grant of application. So which is last step, grant of patent. So if the opposition is rejected, denied by the board, then it goes for grant. So once the application is found valid, patentable in accordance with provisions of Act, the patent shall be granted as early. So it is the last step. Once it passes through the opposition board, if opposition board clearly specifies that the invention is patentable, then patentable and valid, then the patent office or controller has to grant the patent as early as possible. So the patent officer or controller shall make necessary entries in the register maintained for purpose of registration. So the controller or patent officer has to make the entries in the register which is maintained for the purpose of registration only, and all necessary entries have to be made, and the certificate has to be issued with the seal and signature. Patent shall be granted with seal of office, and it shall be granted with certain terms and conditions. The terms and conditions may be given by the controller. The publication of patent. After granting patent, the controller shall publish the patent has been granted to applicant. So that is to be publicly made known. Publication of such patent, grant of patent has to be given by the controller, so that it must be known to all people. Then after publication of patent, its specifications and concern documents shall be open for inspection. So the complete specification can be kept open for people to see. Anyone can go and see the complete specification of the invention, but they are not authorized to use that invention. Date of patent. So section 45 of Act provides that the date for registration of patent is the same date on which application is submitted. So patent shall be granted from date of filing of application. So the day on which the application is submitted, from that day onwards, patent is granted. and the date for patent shall be entered in the register of patent. The term of patent. So earlier term of patent was very short. Prior to amendment of 2002, term of patent was between 5 to 14 years. It was not uniform. Non-uniform term was granted. But after the amendment, the uniformity is brought in period of protection, and that protection was given for 20 years. Now the patent is protected for 20. So with this, I say that this is the detailed procedure for registration of patent, how to register a patent, what are the steps involved in registration of